I'm gonna make vegan sweet potato and black bean enchiladas. I was originally gonna do burritos, but I think I want to do enchiladas. We'll see. It might come out burritos, it might come out enchiladas. I'll decide when the time comes. And I'll also be making a Mexican style brown rice. And I've been trying to find a good Mexican style rice for a long time to make at home, because one of my favorite things about a Mexican restaurant is their side dish of like Spanish rice or Mexican rice or whatever you want to call it. I think that's just one of the best parts of the meal because I can't make it at home. And when I eat out, I try to order things that I can't make at home or I don't want to make at home because they're too much work. And the brown or the Mexican rice has just always been kind of elusive to me. Like I just can't figure it out. So today I found another recipe. So we're gonna make like attempt number 25 million to make this restaurant style Mexican rice, and hopefully it turns out well. So we're gonna just give it a go and see what happens. But yeah, we'll start with that today. So I guess we need to know what it is I'm making, huh? Oops. So we're gonna need to get an onion. I have 2 cups of brown rice already measured out right here, and this is just brown basmati rice. I really like the Lunenburg rice brand. It's really good quality rice, and it's very aromatic, which you want with a rice. And they have really good brown rice, jasmine rice, sushi rice. I get every kind of rice from them. And I get this at Whole Foods, so this is really good. If you're gonna get rice, I recommend trying this kind. It's a little more expensive, but the quality's better and it's gluten-free, and I think it's worth it, and it's organic. Can't go wrong there. So we need that, and also need to get an onion going. The recipe I found calls for a sweet onion, which I'm not sure that I have one, so I think we're going to use a leek, which is kind of a milder version of an onion. And so it might work kind of well because it is a sweet onion it's asking for, so this milder onion might work just fine. Get a garbage bowl and a bowl to put my stuff in. So we used this leek yesterday for our pumpkin casserole, and so I'm probably going to try to use the rest of it because I think I don't need a ton. I need 1 sweet onion, so that's about like equivalent to an onion when I cut off the bits that I don't really want. So we'll roll with that. Alright, so we're going to, I think, slice it. Yeah, chop it up, slice it. So we're going to do really thin little rings to start. Manly, what are you doing? This knife's not very sharp. Seems to be a problem around my house. Knives that aren't very sharp. Yeah, so this is going to turn into one onion really quickly. So we'll probably just use a little bit of this end. This is like the leafy green side, which has a little bit different flavor profile than the white end, so it's kind of nice to get a little of each. Alright, I think that's plenty. Okay, and then we want to kind of dice it up, so we're just going to give it a rough dice here, because you don't want a big mouthful onion, so you want to kind of get it smaller. And if onion shoots all over your kitchen like it is right now, don't worry about it. You can get it later. Isn't it pretty though? I really like leeks. I think they're much prettier than a normal onion, and I think it's just because the colors are so nice. It's got a really nice color profile. Alright, just breaking up any big bits still left, because I think that's probably good. Alright, so we're going to put this in our bowl. Smells good. Leeks kind of have a bit of a sweeter, more subtle smell than like a regular onion. They don't tend to make you cry like a regular onion either, but they have a nice, I don't know, kind of reminds me of Thanksgiving, and I'm not sure why. I think maybe Daniel uses leeks in his stuffing, and that might be why I think of Thanksgiving whenever I smell them. Because we only usually buy leeks if they just look really good, or we have something specific to make them for. Otherwise, we usually just get an onion. But they looked really good this weekend, so Daniel bought a couple. And sure enough, it's right around Thanksgiving time. Doesn't ever fail. Alright, we got our onion chopped. And then we got our rice. Seasoning we can do when we get going here. We're gonna need chili powder and cumin. Also calls for coriander, but I don't even think I have coriander, so we might be SOL on that one. But I'm gonna look real quick. I'll have to take apart the whole damn kitchen. I don't even know what coriander tastes like, to be honest. Well, this is a coriander-free zone. I have epazote, which is like a real traditional Mexican seasoning, but I just got a new mortar and pestle for the first time, which is what I could use to break this down, because it's like really woody, as you can see, but I haven't polished it yet, so if I ground food in it right now, I'd have rocks in it. So I don't think we're gonna be able to use that. So I think we're just gonna skip the coriander part and hope for the best, because we don't have one. Then we need a bell pepper and a carrot. I'm gonna use a red bell pepper, so the color is kind of interesting. I have an orange. You could use a green one if you had one, but I don't have a green one. Whoa! Those drawers don't lock in my fridge, and so if you pull them out too far, they like fly out on you, so I'm scared. So I washed this carrot yesterday, and we ended up not using it, so it's already cleaned, but we do need to wash the bell pepper. Okay, so the bell pepper, let me just see real quick, I'm just going to scroll down this recipe. Bell pepper needs to be, I think it's all a dice. I think I want it all a dice, like a really fine dice, so I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so the carrot we're going to cut pretty small. And you could go about this a couple of ways. I like to go down the end of it. Careful not to get your fingers in the way. This is more of a nutrient-dense Mexican rice, which is kind of nice about it, because it has some additional things that you wouldn't normally get from a Mexican rice dish by adding some vegetables in it. You could also add some potatoes to this, but since we're doing sweet potato enchiladas or burritos, I didn't want a ton of potato, especially since we made yesterday that pumpkin casserole which had potato in it, and I don't like to eat a lot of potatoes these days, so we're going to just roll with what we have. So I cut it into quarters, and now we can just kind of dice at it. So I'm going to stop there. You can save these, you can snack on them if you wanted. Put them in some sun butter and carrots, and then we're just going to dice this up again. Again, I want really small pieces of this stuff. I don't want big chunks. You know, when you go to a Mexican restaurant, there's never like big chunks of vegetable in your rice, and so we don't want big chunks of vegetables in our rice either. So just kind of got to go to town on it. Carrots are really packed full of beta-carotene, and any orange vegetable is. It's a form of vitamin A, and it's really good for your eyes and your hair and your skin, and it's really one of those vital nutrients your body needs. So if you're not eating a lot of orange vegetables, you should probably try adding some into your diet, and carrots is actually a really good one. It's readily available, it's cheap, And you can do a lot with it. You can shred it into something to kind of hide the carrot flavor if you're not into carrots. You can eat them raw, you can cook them, you can, chop them up and put them in rice like I am. So if you're not getting any beta carotene, there's ways to add them into your diet without actually tasting them as much. You could also do juiced carrot or make carrot in your smoothie. You could do a lot of different things. Whoa! What's going on? F1! Woohoo! 2 months of tasty streams as a subscriber. You rock, Red. Yay me. Yay you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Happy Taco Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. Thanks, Athlon. I appreciate you. You are awesome. Hope your day is going well. Happy 2 months. I can't believe I've been on Twitch for already a month. Seems crazy. I guess I did start October 10th, so yeah, that just crept up on me, I guess. How's your day going? I don't know why, but my chat is not coming through. I'm gonna refresh my stream here. My laptop's being really weird today. So we'll refresh and see what happens. Hello? Okay, well I can see that. Happy Spyro Tuesday. Oh yeah, Spyro came out today, huh? Did it come out on just PlayStation or did it come out on Xbox as well? I think I saw a post about it being on PlayStation, so I was curious if it was both platforms or one. Been playing the shiznit out of Spyro today. That's awesome. Whoa, what? Oh, you want to sniff the bell pepper? See, this is nothing you like. This is nothing you like. It came out on both today. Ah, okay. I play on PS4 though. Oh, that's cool. I have a PS4, but I haven't played a whole lot on it, other than playing Little Big Planet 3. I bought it really for Little Big Planet and nothing else. I was bored out of my mind one day, and so Daniel got me a PlayStation. He's such a nice guy. Been so much fun playing it through. Did you play it as a kid? I don't think I've ever played it before. Manly, say hi. He's being a little baby today. He's like a sack of potatoes. What are you doing? Huh? Huh? Yeah, I should give that a try. I would be interested in trying out Spyro. It's like a platformer, kind of like a Crash Bandicoot, right? I think that's what it is. Mealy, I can't cook with you in my shoulder. You're not a parrot. You know this, right? He's just purring away. He could sit here for like 10 minutes if I let him. Mealy. Did that cat escape from the Chinese restaurant down the street? Oh, that's terrible of you to say. Terrible. You never played Spyro? Are you going to try the new one, Hillian? Okay, Manly. You gotta go down. There you go. Gotta get rid of the fur ball who's gonna hang out all day. I don't know what it is. Every time I start streaming, he's like, pay attention to me. Pay attention. You might. I remember playing it on the PS1. Oh, it came out way back. I had a PlayStation 2, and I pretty much played Crash Bandicoot and Jax and Dexter. My friend Marshall bought that for me for my birthday. And GTA San Andreas. That's like all I played. Oh, and SSX. I was super into SSX, tricky. Snowboarding game? Yeah, that was my favorite. I loved that one. So much fun. Playing it now brings back so many memories, I bet. How did they do on the remaster? Does it feel new and fresh, or does it feel old? I know I tried to play Crash Bandicoot when the remaster of it came out, but it felt so old and the mechanics felt clunky, and it was just like a suffering experience. I didn't actually play very much of it. I was hoping it'd be good, and it wasn't. I didn't last long. And man, it was brutal. Like, the mechanics get you killed all the time, and so I just was like, I'm done. Dying 60 times on a level was miserable. I think Hillian might remember. It was pretty bad. I played some of it live. Oh geez, it was terrible. Alright, so we're just gonna really finely chop this bell pepper. I took the seeds out and the inner membrane, which is the light colored bit, and you can just kind of slice it out with your knife as well. Yeah, it's always fun to go back and play like nostalgic games. I'm like that with Mario. Like, I really like to play any Mario just because of all the memories I had playing Mario. I'm so fond of it, but I tried playing one recently and I wasn't as into it as I used to be. And I don't know if it's just like I'm finally getting older or what, but I didn't even buy a Switch to play Odyssey because Odyssey kind of looked boring to me, which I never thought I would say with the Mario game. But I think in recent years, my favorite Mario was Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Both were amazing. And the first Super Paper Mario was really fun on the Wii, but they ruined it, I think, and turned it into like a little kids game with the sequels, so I didn't get that one. But I remember really digging it. You know, I had one of those guidebooks because you needed it for that game. It was insane. Hi Dylan Patel, how are you? Welcome. Looks brand new and they have updated the mechanics a bit, but it still feels old school as well. It's good balance of new and old. Well, that sounds like they probably did it justice then. That's pretty cool. Is it like, is the Spyro the new one? Is it all the old Spyro games, or was there only one? Like, I really don't know anything about the series. But I know it's like one of those beloved series. Sorry I'm cutting this so slow, but I'm trying to get really small bits. I don't want big chunks of bell pepper, so I'm cutting it pretty fine. And to cut it fine, I have to go slow, because I don't want to lose a finger. I think I'm only going to do half of this bell pepper. I don't think I'm going to do the rest, because I don't want a lot of vegetable. I want mostly rice. I want the rice. The first 3. Oh, nice. I'm good. I just discovered that there is cooking on Twitch. That's awesome. Isn't it, though? I think it's awesome, too. It's nice to have you here with us. I actually do cooking and gaming, but I always cook on Mondays. I do vegan meal prep, and then occasionally I'll cook during the week like I am today just because something came up and I need to cook something. And I also play games just whenever I have the time and I'm able to stream. So if you're interested, you know, hit that follow and you can catch me, because I'm not on the schedule really other than Monday. Andy, you're back already? You were just in here, buddy. He's just sharking the island. It's like doing the tour. We're gonna clean up the board a little because bell pepper juice is everywhere and the carrot's turning orange. And I don't really want a stained cutting board. So, we're gonna try to get rid of some of this. Thank you for that follow, Dylan Patel. Nice to have you with us. All right, that's better. Much better. Anything involving food is awesome. Indeed. Especially delicious food on Taco Tuesday. What's not to like, right? Okay, we got our vegetables cut. We need to get our tomatoes out of the can. You could use fresh ones, but I only have cherry tomatoes, and I don't want to cut all of these because it would take forever. I don't have any big tomatoes right now because they didn't look very good this week. So we're using canned this week, and I'm using no salt added per the usual. Organic diced tomatoes, fire roasted, just because I like the added fiery goodness of them, but you could use plain ones as well. Wow, can I get this on the can? Thanks. Sometimes opening the can is the most difficult bit. What? Alright, I think we need 4 cups of water as well. I'm gonna start cooking this here in a sec. We're gonna do the enchilada filling. We're gonna cook it under the camera. So I'm gonna have to use the back burner for the rice. So, cause it's gonna just do its thing for like 45 minutes anyway, and we're not gonna watch. So I'm gonna cook the rice and stuff. Okay. PUBG is coming to PS4. Oh, poor Hillian. I know you were so upset the other day because it came out to Game Pass and now it's coming to PS4 as well. Oh man, you just keep getting the news, don't you? The terrible news. I did see your tweet on preloading games though, that's pretty cool. Canned is still great for enchiladas. I agree, yeah. I think there's nothing wrong with canned tomatoes. I mean, canned stuff, as long as the lining of the can isn't, you know, a cheap, crappy liner. Most canned products these days are a lot better than they used to be, where you have to worry about the tin getting in your food and it, like doing weird things and it being unhealthy. But now it's not so bad, and so I buy canned tomatoes and canned peppers occasionally just to have on hand for like today when the tomatoes are stored and look good, so I can use a canned version. But always no salt added because we don't need the extra sodium. Okay, let's see where we're at. We need bouillon for this. So we're gonna get out our handy dandy vegetable base, organic, better than bouillon. We're gonna do a teaspoon of this today, and we need to get our oil going. And this is actually a bit of oil for me. We're gonna do a whole tablespoon of oil, and I think we're doing this on high, medium high. Manly, why are you so needy today? Why oh why? What is your deal? Alright, so we just got extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil. Nothing fancy. Which looks like I'm almost out of olive oil, so I think we're gonna mix it with olive oil and avocado oil. Because the avocado oil isn't really good for high heat, but we're not really gonna be cooking on high heat anyway. But the avocado oil might add a nice little flavor as well. So we'll do a little mix of both. Because I need to get some more olive oil, it would appear. So what kind of food do you enjoy, Dylan? What's your favorite things to eat? I'm pissed that I spent the money that it comes to Game Pass a year later. Yeah, but if you think about it, what's PUBG? It's $35? You probably got a lot of entertainment for that $35 over the year, and so it was probably worth it because you helped support the developers to make, you know, good stuff happen, and you got to enjoy it for a year. So I don't think it's so bad. I mean, if you think about it in that way, I'm okay with having spent the money and now it's free for Game Pass users because I've been enjoying it for a whole year. So this depends, I guess, how you look at it. Okay, so we're going to cook the onion until it becomes soft and kind of translucent, which since we're using a leek, it's not really going to get as translucent as a regular onion would, but we'll just kind of roll with it. So I'm just coating the pan here with the oil. Is this on back here? It's not. I'm going to say, it feels really dark. It's really dark outside today, so it's like I have every light on in the house, I think. I even have like the entry and the hall lights on just because it felt dark in here for the stream. I like to cook Italian a lot, but it's a lot of carbs, and I cook lots of Asian stuff. Me as well. I like to cook a lot of Korean dishes and Chinese, but lately I've been cooking a lot of Japanese and Korean mostly. I've been wanting to go to this international food store that we have nearby, excuse me, that has, you know, huge selection of all things I can't get at my regular store. But I haven't been able to get down there, but I'm hoping soon, because I'd really like to get a few things so I could do some more Japanese cooking on stream. Alright, the leeks are in the pan, one got away. You hear the sizzle? Again, sorry this isn't under the camera, but I'll be doing the burrito filling under the camera. So you will see it, just not this time. just reading through the recipe real quick so you're ahead of the game. So, half teaspoon of seasonings. Teaspoon. And we need 4 cups of water. Just cold water. Plain. You could also use vegetable stock if you had it, or if you weren't vegan or vegetarian, you could do chicken stock as well, or chicken bouillon or whatever you might have, but we're going to be using water with vegetable bouillon. At least there's the newbies, and the newbies, I said that really funny. At least there's newbies and it should help the population. That's true, yeah. I've been really into blackout mode on Call of Duty, and I'm surprised that I am, but I've actually been really enjoying it. Oh, the leaks, they're sweating. They're sweating. Yeah. We don't really want them to brown here, we just want them really soft. So if they're starting to brown like mine are, you probably want to turn your heat down. So I'm going to turn it down a bit. And you want to make sure to stir this regularly so nothing's sticking to the bottom, which it shouldn't because there's a lot of oil in here, so you shouldn't have any problem with anything sticking. If we were doing oil-free cooking like we do sometimes, you'd really need to just babysit this, because onions sweating in water is much more difficult. And leeks tend to cook a little faster than a regular onion anyhow. So you just got to keep an eye on it. We're going to grab our stuff for the enchiladas. Our sweet potatoes. And where are my black beans? You would figure that my black beans are like the very bottom of the stack of stuff. Alright, so the onions are feeling pretty soft. Still cooking a little hotter than I would like. I think I'm going to go down to the single burner. This stove, it still cooks so hot. I think it's like industrial strength or something, I don't know. I can never get a low setting on it, no matter what I try. Low is like not a setting on this thing. It's like, low? You don't want to flamethrow your food? You gave it another chance? Yeah, I have been. I think I have like 8 or 9 wins. I think I'm level 13, I want to say, in Blackout. Yeah. I've actually been playing a lot with our team trainer, Rukio. So we've been playing a lot together. I play with some friends of mine as well, like late night. And it's pretty fun. I've been digging it. So these are just canned, no salt added black beans that I'm opening here. Our onions are definitely done. They've got some color, which I'm not really keen on, but you know, it is what it is. It's not going to ruin it. So we're going to push that off the heat for just a second. Ow, I just stubbed my toe. Ouch! Our wine fridge is under the island, and it's got this big bottom that I kick occasionally, and oh Jesus. Okay, we're gonna add the rice. And it's back on the heat. We want to kind of get this toasty, and that's 2 cups of brown rice. It's very important you use brown here. Don't sub it for white because it won't cook the same. So if you're doing brown rice, it'll cook what I'm doing. If you're doing white rice, you're probably going to want to cut the cooking time in half, because white rice will cook way faster. So it may only take like 20 minutes. So just keep an eye on it if you're doing that. Then we need our seasoning. And we need a teaspoon of each, or half a teaspoon of each. And we're gonna stir this dry in here to kind of toast the seasoning a little bit. We're gonna do a huge teaspoon of cumin because I really like cumin. So a little extra on that front. Never hurt, right? So the key, from what I've understood about Mexican rice, is that when you're cooking it, you really want to toast the rice because it kind of separates the grains from clumping together like a typical rice. It gets kind of sticky. And the oil is also very important to kind of keep it separated grains and fluffy. And you can see it's kind of, doing its thing. But you want to make sure to toast the rice. And when you're toasting it, you want to keep moving it around because it will stick very easily. So keep it moving when you're toasting. You can let it set for, a little bit between, but you don't want to walk away during this part. You want to keep an eye on it. And when you start smelling the seasoning, that's probably when you're ready to add the liquid. And it's almost starting, like I can kinda, but not yet. How do you like Blackout Mode, Hillian? Have you been playing it? Seemed like you were pretty excited for Call of Duty Blackout when it was coming out. I've been playing a ton of multiplayer. I got my diamond assault rifles last night. Pretty excited about that. Oh, okay, I can smell it now. So now we're good to go. Now we're gonna add in the carrots and the bell pepper. And the tomatoes. I'm gonna just put in a tiny bit of water in the can to rinse out the extra tomato and put it in. Give it a stir. Ooh, that's fragrant. Look how pretty it's looking now. Gorgeous. Alright, and then we're gonna add the water and the bouillon. So 4 cups of water, and then we're gonna add a teaspoon of vegetable bouillon. I just got water everywhere. Good job, me. I'm back. Welcome back. Alright, this is looking really good. Alright, we're gonna bring the heat up. So here's what we have going on for our rice. It looks like a ton of water, but it's gonna cook down. And it's gonna cook for quite a long time. So brown rice takes about 50 minutes normally. And whoa, the phone attack. I think this is gonna cook about the same, 40 to 50 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna bring it up to a boil. Is it hard to make the jump to veganism? I would say it depends on your motivation for doing so. For me, it was health reasons for why I switched to plant-based vegan, and I have felt awesome since I've done it, and I would highly recommend it to anyone that doesn't feel awesome to try it. Even if it's like 30 days, or a week, or a day, just to see the difference. I guess a day might not be the best, because when you first switch, it can kind of upset your stomach because you're eating so much more fiber than you're used to, so it takes a while for your stomach to adjust to all the fiber intake that you're going to be having. But by about a week and a half, you start feeling like that's regulating out and you're back to kind of your normal self, and you'll notice crazy amounts of natural energy. Your skin will start clearing up if you have skin problems, your hair will get shinier, just all around you feel better. And for me, it was pretty cool. I lost 30 pounds in about a year, And it's been just over a year since I've made the switch, and I slowly transitioned, so I didn't cut everything out right away. And I still eat eggs occasionally, so I'm kind of if you're gonna put me in a label, which I don't like to use labels, I would say I'm ovo-vegetarian right now, but I'm on the way to full plant-based vegan. So I probably eat vegan, 80% to 90% of the time. Probably 90% of the time, I would say. But occasionally I'll have an egg. Or I'll have sushi, Once in a while I'll be like, I really want some tuna. So I don't beat myself up too hard because I've made great changes over the last year, and it's been an interesting journey. I documented on my YouTube channel at Red Lace Gaming if you're interested in checking out some of my story. But yeah, I think it depends on your motivation. If you're doing it just because you're like, oh, I want to be a vegan, it's kind of hard to stick with it because you don't have a driving reason. And for me, it was health related. So it was like, do this or feel terrible. And so it was an easy choice to do. And I get really into cooking and food, so I've been really enjoying the journey. But the health benefits are crazy. Just nuts. Bonkers. This is taking a long time to come to a boil. Okay, we're gonna let that do its thing, because I think it's gonna take a little bit. I'm gonna clean up just this little mess I've made here, so we can get on to the next thing. I don't know why you're sharpening my ankles. I don't know. Okay. So we got our black beans, and we're going to strain those and rinse them. Where is my strainer? I think I used it yesterday, so I'll find it here. It's really hot in here. All right, and I need a bowl. So we're just gonna strain and rinse these in cold water. And you want to rinse them until the foam on top is gone, which won't take very long with black beans. All right. Black beans. Thanks. I really want to have a healthier diet, so I think I'll try to eat mostly vegan for a month or so after Thanksgiving and see how I feel. Yeah, I hope you do try it. And if you're ever looking for inspiration, I can help with that. I am cooking only vegan dishes on stream, and so you can get plenty of meal ideas and ways to make it super easy with meal prep. So you can make, you can cook for 2 hours once a week, and then you have all your meals for the week. So it's pretty awesome. So these are sweet potatoes. I was hoping to have red garnets, but I don't, and they're orange inside. Fortunately, I don't have any of those, so we're doing just, these are, what are these called? These are purple sweet potatoes. So they're a little different. But you could use a white skin sweet potato as well, it really doesn't matter. Here. Am I boiling yet? Not yet. Oh, it's the other cat. What are you doing? So I need 2 cups of sweet potato, and I think this will do. I might only need 1, but I think I'm gonna need 2. And I got both cats sharking my ankles. Don't know what their deal is today. I played with them before stream. Didn't seem to help. All right. When buying sweet potatoes, it's easier if you shop for the ones that are more of a consistent shape, like these 2 I have here. Some of them can be pretty gnarly, so if you're buying sweet potato, make sure they're firm. If they're soft, they're going bad. Make sure they're really firm, and they don't have any big gashes or dents in them, and try to get uniform shaped ones. So the better the shape, the better the sweet potato probably will be. I grate or peel onto a paper towel just because it makes cleaning up the mess a lot easier. All right, so we're gonna get our potato and we're gonna cube it. So these are gonna be about 1/4 inch cubes. So we're gonna slice first. Ask questions later. Okay. And then you can just kind of do what you need to do to get cube-like shapes. And put it in your bowl. So this will be our main part of the filling, is the black beans and the sweet potatoes. And the black beans are our protein for this meal. And they are complete protein, meaning they have all the amino acids the body needs. And so if you're like, where are you going to get your protein eating all these plants? That is one of the places we're going to get some protein in this meal. Beans are a great source of protein, so are lentils and leafy greens such as spinach. But we're going to get ours from the beans, this dish, and it's going to have a nice texture to it with the potato. Be kind of something you can sink your teeth into. I really love sweet potatoes, so good. So good. I love black beans. If I were vegan, I would eat them so much. You could eat black beans even if you're not vegan. I mean, enjoy. Black beans are awesome. You should have at it. I love black beans. I like all beans. I eat a lot of them. I try to mix it up. So like if I'm eating, if I make something that's black beans this week, next week I'll probably do something with red kidney beans or garbanzo beans or something like that. So I try to mix it up so you get different nutritional profiles. So I'm also yesterday, we made a vegan creamy pumpkin casserole, which had a sauce made out of cannellini beans, pumpkin, Yukon Gold potatoes, and some other things. So we're already having like white beans this week, so that's why we're kind of mixing in a different kind now with the black beans. Plus I think black beans and Mexican food go really well together. So do pinto beans, obviously, but I don't eat those as much as I do black or red because I think they have a little more nutrition than the pinto, but I also just kind of like the flavor of them a little more. You know, I don't know if we're going to need a second potato. I think one might be enough. Maybe I'll just do 1.5. Might do that. I think I'm going to cut this one in half. So I will wrap the other half and save it for later. Looks like we're simmering. So we're going to give the rice another stir. And put on the lid. And we're going to reduce it to a simmer and let it go for 40 minutes. I swear I still don't know how to work that microwave. It's a problem. Always. That was 40 minutes, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, 40 to 45 minutes, undisturbed. Okay, we are golden. So back to our enchiladas. I wonder if I have tomato sauce. I didn't check to see if I have tomato sauce. Oops. It's gonna make making enchilada sauce really difficult. If I don't have tomato sauce, we're gonna make burritos. Simple as that. Sounds like Daniel's texting me. It is Daniel. Hello. Excuse me for a moment. he'll be excited that I'm trying Spanish rice again. He'll be so stoked. This one's got a gnarly end. Look at that thing. Gnarly. Whenever I say gnarly, I kind of think of the word tubular for some reason, like I've just popped back into the 90s. Tubular man! Back when that was cool. Don't believe that's the case anymore. But, you know, whatever. Okay, so we're done peeling, so I'm gonna get rid of this mess I have going. Check to make sure our rice is simmering, which it's boiling, so we're going to try turning it down even lower. Hope for the best. These hot burners of mine, I just can't figure them out. Whoa, smells awesome though. Just got a whiff of that. Oh, delicious. Need to get my paper towels in a place where I can actually use them. Back in the fridge. So we are done with that for now. Gonna wrap up this other half of the sweet potato. And we're gonna put it in the fridge as well. Okay, let's finish chopping this guy. Potatoes do take a little bit to chop up because they are a pretty firm root vegetable. It's kind of like similar to a carrot, and it's pretty, you know, firm, but it gives a little more resistance than a carrot does to your knife. So it can be kind of a hassle. It's kind of a mix between, or in the middle of between a carrot and a butternut squash in terms of choppability. I wish I had an orange one. The orange one's so much prettier in this dish, but I just didn't get one. Oops. Oh well. Next time. It's nice to mix up 2 different ones. We're already getting some beta carotene from the carrots that we put in our rice, so it's not really a big deal. This go around. Okay, sweet potato is cut and ready to go. We need some garlic. 2 cloves of garlic. Does that sweet potato color taste different? Not really, no. Most sweet potatoes kind of have a very similar taste. A red garnet is really just a different nutrition profile. They're all sweet potatoes. Red garnet yam is what you might have heard it called before, but it really tastes similar to a regular sweet potato. They're both just slightly sweet and in a very subtle way, but it has a very similar taste between all the colors. So you won't really notice a difference. It's like the difference between a red potato and a white potato. It doesn't taste a whole lot different. It just has some different nutrition in it, and it looks different. So, you know, people eat with their eyes and their nose as well as their mouth. And so sometimes you might just want it because it looks nice. And I think I prefer the red with this dish because I think it just looks nice. But, you know, it's totally up to you. So it doesn't really make a big difference flavor-wise. Where's my little cutting board? That rice smells so good. I wish you could smell it because it's amazing. Okay. Get our garlic out of the paper. Cut off the little end that's kind of rough because we don't want that. And we're actually just going to set these aside for a sec. What else? We need onion, so we're going to get our leek back out. Okay. Need another bowl. And I'm actually going to leave this in the rings, so we're not going to cut it down. Sure has a nice crunchy sound, doesn't it? Kind of looks like little zucchini ribbons almost. All right, we finally finished that leek off. Yay! Okay, and then we need a bell pepper. We'll get the other half of the one I had out. And actually, maybe I'll do an orange one because we don't have orange sweet potatoes, so we'll do some orange that way. So we're gonna use the whole thing, so let's just go for it. Need to wash this. I usually just buy bell peppers based on whatever's cheapest, so it doesn't really matter what color it is. Some people really like green ones for grilling, but I think they're all equally good. But typically, the red is the cheapest, and occasionally orange and yellow. I don't know what that sound is. Hang on. I've never heard anybody upstairs. There's like a foot of concrete. That might put a big damper on our stream. Hang on, I'm investigating. It almost sounds like they're doing some sort of construction. I don't know what that is. That's so loud though. So there's like a foot of concrete between me and my neighbors, so I never hear anybody. So that's really weird. So loud. Let's hope that was the end of it. Let's hope we don't hear that again. Very unusual. This building just opened recently, so it's not very full yet. So they're still like moving people in. So it could be that they're like doing something upstairs to get ready for a tenant. I don't know, like sanding floors. I have no idea what it would be. Putting in floors? I think all the floors are in though. The things you get to do as a streamer. Don't neighbors know we're like doing stuff down here, right? Okay. Now that the disturbance is over. So we're gonna dice up this bell pepper. My rice, I can tell, is still cooking way hotter than I want it to. So we're just gonna take out the membrane. We took out the seeds already. And we're going to dice this as well. It's a juicy one. It just like got me in the face. Juicy. Alright, we need another bowl. Another bowl. Gosh, that so distracted me. I just never heard anything from anywhere while I'm in here. So hearing some other neighbor is just, or construction. I think it's construction. It sounded like a sander. I think they're sanding floors or something. That's my guess. That was freaking loud as hell, man. Sounded like my ceiling was coming down. Alright, so I'll take the membrane out of this one. by the way. It's perfectly edible. I just, oops, wrong bowl. I just like it out because it makes the dish prettier. But it's totally up to you. You could leave it in. If you're in a rush, you know, you don't have to do a perfect job on anything. You could just, you know, chop it right up with everything else. It's gonna be nice, pretty colors though. A little red, a little green, a little orange, a little green, a little white, a little blackish brown. Be pretty. Okay. Oh, that was right in my eye. Happened yesterday too. I got cauliflower in my eye. Everything's just after me. That really stings. Okay, and then for the top. Some people toss the top like they can't eat it, but it's totally okay to eat the top of the bell pepper just like the rest of it. And I don't know what it is about the top that people think like, oh, I'm just gonna throw that away. It's perfectly fine to eat, so don't, you know, toss out the top of your bell pepper. It's good. Try to just cut away any of the big white bits. And, you know, more bell pepper to you. Waste not, want not. Get that out. Okay. Bell pepper. So what's everyone up to today? Anybody do anything fun? Anybody else making Mexican for Taco Tuesday? Okay. So we need to get out our big cooking vessel. So we're gonna slide this over. Move this. Then we can really get to the good stuff. Am I on camera okay? Looks like we're good. Looks like we're good there. Okay. We're gonna need the lid today, which usually we don't. Today we're gonna need the lid. Plug this in. I really love this thing. I'm so glad I bought it. Or I'm so glad Daniel bought it, I should say. He picked it out. I just like to use it. Alright, so we're gonna go for a medium-high heat, so about 350. And we're gonna wait till it comes up. It'll come up pretty fast. Oh, for the sauce, I should see if I have tomato sauce. I do not have tomato sauce, so we are going to have burritos. The decision has been made. No enchiladas this time around. That's okay though. Burritos are good too. So we're going to get this garlic chopped up. Hopefully I'm on camera still. I'm not sure what you can and can't see at this point. I can't really see my computer, but I think we're close. So we're not going to mince this, but we're going to just chop it, roughly. Doesn't need to be perfect. All right. Garlickety. Okay. So tell if something's hot, put your hand over it, if it's starting to heat up, and your hand gets too hot and you need to pull it away, it's usually hot enough. So it's not quite there yet, but it's close. So we are going to do some avocado oil for this. Not a ton, just a little, just so stuff doesn't, you know, stick too badly, but I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. So that's pretty good now. And we're gonna add our onion and our bell pepper. Smells so good. Isn't it pretty? Leeks. I love when stuff's pretty when you're cooking. Anybody have plans for Thanksgiving? I just realized it was next week. It really crept up on me like, whoa. I have no idea what we're gonna do. I do not know. Last year we went back to Portland, I believe, for Thanksgiving. I want to say we did. No, we didn't actually. We stayed in town. We didn't. We went home for Christmas. So I don't think we're going to be going down to Portland this year because I think my family's in Hawaii this year. And we're not going to Hawaii. So I think that's where my family is though this year. And my grandmother's going to a football game because it's her favorite thing to do is watch football. So she's going to go do that. And so she doesn't want to cook for the family, which is understandable. And I don't know what my dad's doing, so we're gonna stay here. And maybe do a plant-based Thanksgiving. Alright, we're gonna cook this just till it's softened, and I'm gonna need about a quarter cup of water. We'll get that out. I'm going to turn the heat down a little bit. I'm going to go down to about 300 instead, so it's like a medium high instead of high. You can kind of tell when it's starting to soften. You'll feel the give with your spoon. When you start to see a little bit of color, I think that's when we'll be ready to add the next thing. We're not quite there yet. My hair just fell out. I just felt it. So I haven't cooked this in this thing before, but it's a really big vessel, so we'll see how it does. But I think it might cook a little faster because everything's got so much surface area to be on. So we'll see what happens. I also might want to add some corn to this, and I think I'm going to. Corn sounds good. We're going to add some. Not a lot, just a little. Maybe get like a little corn bite every now and then. This is just frozen yellow corn. Let that do its thing. We're starting to get a little color on the bell pepper. So now we will add in the garlic. Now it smells good. And for this we're going to need chili powder and cumin and cilantro, which I have fresh cilantro. Chili powder, oh that's still over here. That's still there. Okay, so you just need the cilantro. I love the smell of cilantro. Some people love cilantro and some people hate it, but I didn't actually like cilantro till a couple of years ago. Now I don't know how I went without it. I love it. I use it so much. I go through about a bunch of it a week. But I know some people really don't like it, and I used to be one of them. Okay, now we're going to add the squash. Or not the squash, I guess we're using sweet potato. You can also do butternut squash for this recipe. I've done butternut before for this, and it's really awesome. But the butternut squash is a pain in the ass to chop up, so I don't really like to do it. So sweet potato's a lot easier, but you know, you could totally do butternut squash, or if you didn't have squash or sweet potato, you could do a zucchini instead. Either way would be fine for this. We're going to add our water. And we're going to cover that. for 15 minutes. So we need another timer. Our rice is done in 17. 15. I don't think this is going to take 15 minutes because it's got such a big amount of surface area. It probably is going to take a lot less time, but we'll just keep an eye on it. Alright, so for the cilantro, I don't like to get a big stem in my food, so I'm going to take off any of the big stems, just pulling them out, and then I'm going to chop it up. But you could totally eat the stems if you want to. I just don't prefer them in certain things, so if I'm blending something up, I'll usually leave the stems on, but if I'm chopping it, I usually take them off. But again, up to you. If you don't mind them, don't worry about it. But I'm just going to take them out. How are my tacos coming along? I'm hungry. Well, I'm not making tacos. I could send you an enchilada. Or I guess I'm making a burrito because I don't have tomato sauce, so we can't make enchilada sauce. But yeah, they're coming along nicely. Our filling is simmering away. Smells awesome in here. You love cilantro? Oh, well, good, because there's going to be a lot of it in here. I think I like it more than the average person. Some people aren't as big on cilantro as me, but I've really grown to love it, and I used to just hate it, but now I just can't get enough of it. It adds a really good brightness to your food. It's like a really bright, fresh Mexican flavor, and I think it just really kind of elevates things to the next level by adding that bright component to something. It's kind of like adding, lemon juice to something. It kind of just brightens it up. Cilantro's kind of like that. It just kind of brightens things. Fresh herbs at the end, like when you're done cooking. Fresh herbs tend to cook down a lot faster than dried herbs. If you're doing dried herbs, you usually want to add them whenever you add water. But if you're doing fresh, you tend to want to do it at the end, because that way they keep their brightness, and it just seems better in my opinion. Keep their flavor better. Okay, so our cilantro's chopped up. You made enchiladas Sunday. What kind of enchiladas did you make? I love enchiladas. I love Mexican food. I eat a ton of it. It's so good. Okay, we need to get our seasoning ready, which we're going to do a half a tablespoon of cumin and chili powder. So I'm going to eyeball it because I just have a tablespoon one. I think that'll fit in there, but we're going to try to figure it out. We're going to make it work. We will find a way. Ooh, I just almost knocked that over. Can you imagine how bad that would be? Knock over a whole thing of chili powder on your cutting board? Oh my gosh, it would be like chili forever. Beef enchiladas, they were tasty. Oh, sounds good. Did you have anything else with them, or was it just beef filling? Enchiladas are really great because they can be so simple, or they are just like one thing sometimes, and it's perfectly good. The beauty of the enchilada. I'm gonna just put some things in the dishwasher here. Make my life easier. I'm gonna check this. It's pretty, oh, whoa, whoa, don't burn yourself on the steam like I just did. Alright, we're doing pretty good. They're not ready yet. Not ready yet. Wow, that really hurt. So hot, I think I just burned my wrist. Nom, 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 nom. Indeed. Nom nom. Gotta love the nom noms. Well, now we're at that point where we kind of have to wait for this. What do we got? Everything's on hold. I guess I get my containers out. So since I'm gonna do burritos, I may put 2 burritos per container, or I could do 1 burrito and rice. I may do a bit of both. I may make some lunch burritos and some dinner burritos. Oh, the seal just came off on this one. Usually if I do them for dinner, I just put them all in one and then serve them up on a plate for Daniel and I. But if I'm doing lunch, I'll just eat right out of the container, so I don't have to wash anything else. So I'll probably do a little bit of both. Ugh. If you don't have meal prep containers, you could use casserole dishes, or you could use pie dishes. You could even use Tupperware and then transfer them to a baking vessel when the time comes. You can really use whatever you have. These were really great. I bought 2 sizes, so these were the 36 quart, and then I have 30 quart as well, off of Amazon, and they were 25 bucks with free shipping for 5 containers. And so I got 2 sizes, so 50 bucks for all of it, and I feel like I have plenty of stuff for meal prep between that and Tupperware. So if you're looking to invest in meal prep stuff, I chose glass because you can take it right out of the fridge and put it right in the oven, which makes it super convenient, or right in the microwave if you don't have time for the oven. You take the lid off, of course. The lid is not microwavable, but they're also dishwasher safe. But it makes it nice and reusable versus the plastic ones a lot of people buy, where they take it to work and just toss it. It feels really wasteful. So this way you can just keep reusing them and just pop them in the dishwasher when you get home, or if you're already home. I added some salsa to the sauce to give it a bit more flavor. A little kick. Ooh, salsa, that's a good idea. Maybe I should add a little salsa. Why don't we have hot sauce? Do we have hot sauce? Frank's Red Hot Original. And then we have Taco Bell hot sauce, which is actually pretty good. Ooh, I do have hot salsa. I have medium and I have hot. What do y'all think about that? Because we already have some hot stuff in the rice. Maybe I won't add any. My avocado's getting a facial right now. I think I'm gonna skip it because this might be kind of hot anyway, unless I have a jalapeno, and then I might add a jalapeno. Alright, I don't. All I have is a poblano, and that won't add any heat, it'll just add more peppery. So we'll skip that. Would Rory Fett's hippo make a good meal prep container? Oh, that hippo. Poor Rory. I still don't get why it was pink. I'm still trying to figure that one out. The pink hippo. The mystery of the pink hippo. I kind of want to check on this again, but I don't want to let all my steam out. I think it's probably getting close though. I'm going to check it. I don't want it to burn, and it is, yeah. I knew it. I was gonna say I can smell it, and that's not good. Let's see where we're at. It's actually ready. I knew it wasn't gonna take that long. If I left that in for 10 more minutes, we would be in bad shape, guys. Alright, so we're gonna turn the heat off. It's because of the sweet potato that it caramelizes like this, because the sweet potato lets out some sugars. Oh, I just almost something. And so it'll caramelize really easily, and that's why you add the water. But because we have such a big cooking surface, I was kind of thinking that it might not take as long, and I was right. We're gonna get out this big chunk of burnt. Get out of the pot. Most of this will be fine because it'll just kind of add a little flavor, so it's totally salvageable. But if you have any really burnt bits, scoop them out. This is probably just too big of a vessel for this, but I just wanted to use it. I like this container. Alright, we're good. It's all good. Not worried. Okay. I'm gonna try to move everything to one side. Gonna add in our beans. seasoning. I like Frank's or Crystal hot sauce. I don't really eat a whole lot of hot sauce. I usually use jalapenos, but I kind of like that Taco Bell hot sauce. It's pretty good. What did I say? Half a tablespoon? That's a little more than half. We'll put some back. Daniel likes Frank's. That's what we have in there. That was maybe a demanding and pig or something. Demon, not demanding. A demon pig. Yeah, I wasn't sure what it was because he had like fangs on it. Hard to say, I suppose. Alright, we're gonna add fresh herbs in. They really stick to you. So our fresh herbs. We're just gonna kind of mix this all up well. And it is kind of dry, so I am gonna add some salsa. We are gonna salsa. Salsa. I don't know how to salsa, but we're gonna salsa. The date on this. December 16th, we're still good. So we're gonna add about 2 spoonfuls of salsa. This is medium. I bought hot this week because the medium hasn't been doing it for me. I like hot. And it's not very hot at medium, so. Alright, we want it to be kind of moist. So it still looks kind of dry, so I think we're gonna add another spoonful. This is kind of just an eyeball it till it's right sort of thing. Because this is the filling, so we don't want it to be so dry, but we don't want it to be wet either, if that makes sense. I like Taco Bell salsa verde, it's very good. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Taco Bell hot sauce, but I really like the hot sauce from Taco Bell. I don't eat at Taco Bell. I don't even know if there is a Taco Bell around here. But we bought their hot sauce off of Amazon because Daniel really likes it on his tacos. So he usually adds some hot sauce. This is looking really good now. Just want to make sure it's really well mixed up because of all those dried seasonings we added. Yeah, okay, now we're in business, guys. Look at that. Num. Num, num, num. I think I actually prefer over hot sauce. I think I like just really finely diced jalapeno. I like to just put that on top of stuff. Just fresh jalapeno, because you get a little crunch and you get the kick, and I kind of like that about it. But I know that's not for everybody. But I think that's my preference. Okay, we're gonna rinse this real quick before it gets permanently stuck in here. Mesh strainers, you really want to rinse right away. To assemble our burritos. Our burritos. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. If I had those bell things, I could do the salsa. Hey, TKA, how's it going? Welcome back. All right. Burrito assembly time. So these are just, I really like these tortillas for burritos. They're gordita size flour 10-inch tortillas. They're really good ingredients, short list, fresh made in the cooled section at Whole Foods. Cabo Locos, they're my go-to. They also have a lot less sodium than traditional flour tortillas. So if you're buying like, what are those big companies, shells, I don't even know the name of them. They're like a generic brand that everybody seems to get. Yermo or something, I don't know, whatever those are, and the other kind, they have a ton of sodium compared to these. So if you can find these, get them, they're really good. We're going to give our meal prep containers a little greasy so that the tortilla doesn't just totally stick to the bottom, because we're not making wet burritos or enchiladas because I don't have tomato sauce. This will keep them from sticking. And then I'm only going to grease 4 because I'm not sure if I'm going to even need the 5th one. So we'll just grease 4 for now, and then I can decide later if I need the last one. Oh, we've already checked that. We're good. Rice is almost done then. We're going to start buying our salsa from the local Mexican restaurant. It's a nice, simple salsa with a lot of flavor. It's great for making chili. That's awesome. Yeah, I think the fresher the better with salsa. I always buy mine in the cold section because it's got less preservatives and stuff you'd find in the middle aisles on the shelves and stuff. So yeah, I think that's a great move to buy it from your local Mexican restaurant. If you like it, go for it. If they'll sell it to you, that's awesome. You don't hear of a lot of Mexican places doing that, but that's pretty cool if they'll just sell you salsa. That's awesome. Good for making chili. How do you make I guess it's like a beef chili, so yeah, okay. Yeah, I was trying to think like, okay, chili. I've been wanting to make a chili. Alright, since these are burritos, these are going to be a little fuller. We're going to kind of stuff them. Oh. My fridge is beeping at me, and I was like, what's that noise? It wasn't closed. So we're just going to roll and then pull back towards yourself so it's tight in there. And then you're going to flip up the sides. And then roll again and curl in the ends as you go so that it stays sealed. And there's a burrito. So I'm going to put 2 per container in here into the little meal prep container. I would love to find some burrito-sized corn tortillas. Me as well. Yeah, you probably would need them because they're gluten-free, huh? Or are you gluten-free? I can't remember. I know you're diabetic. I don't know if that matters with gluten. I would love big corn tortillas, but sadly, I can't find them either. I always eat corn, like whenever I do tacos, or if I'm doing enchiladas, I do corn tortillas over flour. I do really like, there's these 8-grain and wheat tortillas that are this size that are really good, but they don't have them all the time, so it's like whenever I see them I buy them, but they're usually only there like once in a blue moon. So if I get lucky, I get these like 8-grain wheat tortillas that are just bomb. But other than that, you're kind of stuck with flour, huh? Alright, so that's my rice timer, so let's check where we're at here. Get my rice paddle. We have a ways to go. So we're looking to get all the liquid out, and it's not out yet. So we're going to give it another 10 minutes to keep doing its thing. Do your thing, rice. Do your thing. Smells pretty good though. Pretty good. Beef turkey or pork chili? Oh, okay, that sounds good. Just prefer the corn flavor. Oh, alright, yeah. I really like corn tortillas because they have like 5 milligrams of sodium and no fat, versus flour that have added fat in them. They usually have some sort of oil or lard or whatever. You kind of gotta read the ingredients. These ones use oil, so they're vegan. But yeah, sometimes they have weird things in them. So I really like corn just because it's usually less ingredients and less sodium, and I like the flavor as well. I think it's a really nice flavor that corn tortillas have. Daniel's really big on flour. He doesn't really care for corn as much. The only time he really likes corn is if we're doing like, or if he's having, I guess, fish tacos. He really likes corn for that. But otherwise, he's all about the flour. He likes the texture. He really likes how soft they are. That's what he doesn't like about the corn ones. Because corn tortillas are a bit drier. So texturally, they're, not as appealing, which I can get that. Especially when you're trying to roll them to make like an enchilada or something. Super pain in the ass. But, I think it's worth it. I do like the jalapeno flavored tortillas. Oh, I've never had those. Corn is healthier? Yeah. Hello. Hi, Cupid. Guess what, Cupid? Guess, guess, guess. I bet you can guess if you think hard. I believe in you. I bet you'll know what it is that I'm excited about. Dun 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 dun. Can Cupid guess what I'm excited about today? Hey, yay, yay. I went to a Mexican restaurant that offered soft tacos in a corn tortilla. Oh, that's probably pretty good. Yeah, I usually always get soft corn tortillas, is what I do. That's what I was talking about, not crunchy ones. Was soft corn. Thank you for that host patch. You reset your stats? No. Guess again. Guess again. We're gonna see if Cupid can guess. Place your bets, folks. I think he can get this. That's why I'm not giving him hints. I think he can get it. You can do it, Cupid. I believe in you. It's COD related, though. You're on the right track. Would a certain set of guns be diamond? Correct. Yes, I got my diamond ARs last night. So excited. It's that Inbound character again. It sure is. Hey, Sensen Man TV, how are you? Welcome. All right, these burritos are looking nummy. I really wish I could have made enchilada sauce. Darn being out of tomato sauce. So when you're putting them in containers, seam side down, by the way. So now we have 2 ready to rumble. We need, I think we have 2 more burritos worth. So I think I'm gonna make 2 lunch-sized portions, which will be burrito and rice. Yeah, I got that stupid RAM part done again last night. Finally finished it. So now I got my diamond ARs, and as soon as I did, I quit. I needed bloodthirsties, remember, was the thing I had to redo again. And I ended up going into FFA and just wrecked some kids right out of the spawn, got my bloodthirsties, and was like, sweet, I'm done. I don't know why I didn't think to play FFA long ago, because I probably could have got it done earlier. I went on like a super bad streak of lobbies last night. I was playing by myself for a bit, so everybody had already gotten off, and I had like terrible lobby after terrible lobby. I kept getting dropped into games where it was like 30 to 140 in domination. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I was just getting spawn camped, you know, by every kill streak under the sun. It was terrible. So I kept quitting lobbies and looking for a new one, and I kept getting thrown in the same crap. So I finally just gave up and went into FFA. It's way better. It was torture until then. But as soon as I got him gold, I got offline. Went and made dinner. There's a new endurance playlist that doubles the score limit for game modes. What? So you could like play hardcore Dom and get like 100 kills a game, I bet. That sounds awesome. I'm probably gonna play some this afternoon after lunch. Speaking of lunch, I should probably get my lunch in the oven. I'm gonna heat up my meal prepped pumpkin casserole that we made yesterday today for lunch. Oh no, this one broke. We sprung a leak. Oh well, it'll be okay. It'll be fine. I'm gonna get my... Manny, what are you doing in here? I dropped stuff on the floor and you're eating it again? He's like, yes. Yes, you did. So 350 for the oven. This is our pumpkin casserole we prepped yesterday with sage, asparagus, and carrot. And we're gonna mainly get it in mangoes. We're gonna bake this today for lunch. So you just want to cover it in foil, and then it's gonna go in the oven for a half hour, and then probably 10 minutes with foil off. Or it might be done in a half hour, we'll see. We'll see where we're at. Gotta wait for the oven to heat up though. Plus an 11 gigabyte update for you to download. I'm not worried about that. The when there's updates, even if it is like 10 gigabytes, it literally takes me like 15 minutes to download the whole thing. So I know some people it's like, I can't play tonight because the download's going on, but thank you, downtown internet. I don't have that problem. Lucky for me. But yeah, I'll probably start that then after stream ends, just so it's ready, so I don't have to wait. Stupid update. What else did they add? Just the endurance playlist? Is there anything new and schmancy? Because the endurance playlist any play mode? I'm so hungry now after looking at this filling for so long, guys. So yummy. Nummy nummy to my tummy. Do 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 do. This will set me up for lunches for the week. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go try this new place that has vegan sushi. I'm gonna have that for lunch I think tomorrow, but the rest of the week now I got burritos. Okie dokie. Neely, what are you doing in here? What are you doing? He's like staring into the oven like it's just the oven. It's like, no, it's not. Loads of patch notes. I put them in Discord. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Hopefully, they buffed the lightning strike and nerfed the dual-wielding SOGs. Or pistols, or whatever it was. Or both. Either way. Unplug this. Get this out of my way. Rice has 1:30. Cross your fingers for good things with the rice. I want to eat the rice, and I want to eat it. Meow. I'm very curious about this the endurance playlist. I don't mind long games if you can totally rack up some kills. That'd be a-okay with me, especially since I'm done working on guns. Now it's just all about the murder. All about the murder and mayhem. As terrible as that sounds. It's the truth. Alright, let's check out our rice again. Still not there. Man, it's taking forever. You guys want to see what it looks like, what we're working with right now? Because I will show you. So, we need all the liquid to be absorbed, and it's still pretty wet. We want it dry, so we got a ways to go yet. So I think we're gonna give it another 10 minutes. 10 minutos. Sadly, I was hoping it'd be ready because I'm ready for it to be ready. Kids are out and gotta roll. I'll be lurking. All right, thanks, Athlon. Thanks for hanging out today. Go pick up the kiddos. Rice is gonna dye my rice, or the rice is gonna dye my rice towel. Wow. Words, man. Words. Can't get them out. Gonna have to make a mess over here, I think. Pick up some of this real quick. Get it out of my way. feels like it's way less trouble if you do it as you go. Patch, are you feeling any better? I know you weren't feeling well, or you had to go to the doctor for something. Hopefully you're feeling better. Being ill is never fun. I need to get another one of these. I really want an end grain Bose block, or booze block, however you say it. I call it a Bose block, but I think it's pronounced booze. B-O-O-S. We have 3 of them. One's for the cats. This one is my nightstand, actually. I like it on top of my nightstand, which my nightstand's perfectly nightstand fine as it is, but I like this surface better than my nightstand. So I clean it really well and use it for a nightstand. And the other one's on Daniel's nightstand. But I kind of like another one that I could just leave in the kitchen because I have to haul this thing around. And I don't know if you've ever lifted a Bose block, but they are heavy. Super heavy. Yeah, you're good? Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it. How's friends? Where are you in the season? Or what season are you on, I guess? Alright, we're gonna pop lunch in the oven. Where's my other timer? 30 minutes. We'll check on it. Alright, so this is gonna make quite a lot of Spanish rice. It might not fit in that, so I might end up having to get another container. We'll see. Season 2, episode 20. So you're almost on to season 3 then. I like the old episodes. Rachel and Monica have the most ridiculous hair and jeans that like come up to here. Always good. They're doing a lot of character introduction in the early ones too, which is fun. Because it's like so brand new, you know? So that's pretty groovy. I'm hungry, so we're gonna snack on berries. While we wait. 4 minutes. What you doing, buddy? What you doing? Wanna come say hi? Oh. He's like, no. What are you doing? Hmm? What's that? What's that? Berries? Man, just ripped a hole in my shirt. Can't have anything nice when you have cats. I've watched it so many times growing up. I have as well. I think I've watched through the whole thing. I want to say 3 times on Netflix. I've also watched Frasier twice through. I know. This is a bad blueberry. I just finished it again recently, and I always really liked Frasier as well. I like those sitcoms from back then because they all had a really nice, unserious tone, good comedy. I just started Sex and the City. I heard it was really good, especially for someone in their 30s, such as myself. So I was like, all right, I heard it was awesome, so I'll watch it. So I just finished the first season yesterday, and I'm still not sure if I like it or not. It's kind of funny, but I don't know. I think it's a show that if you were single, you'd think it was hilarious, but I'm not. So it's kind of like a singles 30-year-old show. But I can appreciate a lot of the humor. And I like the characters. I like Sarah Jessica Parker, so I've been watching it. It's short little episodes, like 20 minutes. You love Sex and the City and the movies. I saw there was a movie on Netflix, but I haven't seen it before. I thought I'd start with the series, so I'm watching the series on Amazon Prime. So far it's pretty good. That's good. Let's check on the rice again. Closer. I sadly think it's going to be another 10 minutes. Darn the rice. There's two movies? So the movies, do they pick up like right where the series leaves off? Like I'm assuming I need to watch the series first. If I haven't, which I haven't. So I'm assuming I should start from the beginning. But maybe I'm wrong. I only saw the one on Netflix. Maybe they don't have both of them yet. Hi, Rosemary. I need water. Pretty dry. Water for the plants. I need to actually water all the plants in the house. Just fill this all up, and that way I can't forget. Because I meant to do it yesterday, and I forgot. Okay, little Rosemary. Drink up. We just brought this home, so I hadn't watered it yet. Probably time to do it. The oven is preheated. Please put in your food. You notice how whenever you eat a blueberry, it never fails that you get one stuck in your teeth? Every time. Same with raspberry seeds. Ah, sustenance. I don't know that I want to wait for this rice. It's taking forever. Taking forever. If it's not done in this 10 minutes, I'll be very upset at the rice. So anybody playing anything fun right now? I've been playing a lot of COD. Working on my diamond guns, which I finally got, my diamond assault rifle, so I'm pretty stoked. Haven't really played much else lately. I've been in a total COD zone. Haven't done a whole lot else gaming-wise recently. I was playing Graveyard Keeper and I finished that. That was really fun. But that was like 2 months ago. I'm interested in Battlefield 5. It's coming out soon and it looks really fun. But I've heard mixed things, so I'm still on the fence about it. But it looks fun. I've never played a Battlefield before, but I know some people are really into Battlefield. And I'd be kind of curious to try it because I haven't, so. Could be good. It kind of looked like, I watched the trailer on This Week on Xbox last week, and there was a trailer for it, and it was actual multiplayer footage. And it actually pretty fun. It kind of reminded me of Call of Duty meets Halo Big Team Battle from like back in the day, where there's just stuff happening everywhere. There's tanks, there's air vehicles flying around, there's people on foot, there's explosions everywhere, there's just stuff going on all over the place, and I thought mayhem like that could be pretty fun, especially in a Battlefield, because it's kind of like a mix between the two, I would think. But again, I haven't played one, so I don't know. I don't think I'd be playing it for the story mode. I think I'd be playing it for multiplayer. So I'm gonna have to do a little more research because I'm not big on campaign in those types of games. Like Call of Duty, I never play the campaign. I just go straight into multiplayer, which kind of works out because there's no campaign in the new one, which I know lots of people are really upset about, but not me, because I never played it anyway. Come on, Rice. Come on. Hyper, appreciate you all hosting the stream today. Zorman, thank you so much. So sorry this rice is taking so long. It was supposed to be done long ago. I know we're just like twiddling our thumbs while we wait, but 'tis cooking. Sometimes there is thumb twiddling to be done in the kitchen while you're waiting for your rice. It's just a thing. Maybe we'll see if this is cooled down. Yeah, I'm gonna wash this real quick, get it out of my way. So that's cool how it just comes undone like that. I love this thing. This whole thing like folds up into itself so you can store it. I think it's pretty groovy. Comes right out of it. There we go. All cleaned up. Lovely. Come on, rice. Hurry up and cook, will ya? Can't believe I just got soap all over the place. Just went flying everywhere. Really need to vacuum. Been thinking the floor could use a vacuum. My area rug in here, I've been dropping stuff on it all day yesterday. Manly's been in here furring up the place. So what's everybody doing? What are you up to? What are your plans for the afternoon? Thinking I should probably do a little work today at some point. I've been sloughing off my work responsibilities so I could play Call of Duty. I need to work sometime. I haven't checked email in like a week. Just got back from hanging out with friends and family. Hey, Biohazard Rain, how are you? That sounds fun. You guys do anything cool or just chilling? You're sleeping? Oh, well, it's super late for you, Patch. I know. I've only been up a while. I got up and I think we started cooking. I don't even know what time it is. 1:19 already? Wow, okay, maybe I didn't just get up. I think I got up around like 9:15. Let's check the rice. 20 seconds on the timer. Actually, it looks like we're getting pretty close here. Let's give it a flop. It's a little lighter than I thought it was going to be, though. Like, I thought it was going to be drier than this. Just chilling with nephews, playing card games mostly. My head hurts from a headache. Oh, I'm sorry. Headaches suck. I had one yesterday. Hopefully you can get it to go away off the water. How many nephews do you have? I doubt I will ever be an aunt. I would be shocked if my sister had kids. Shocked. So it's definitely a little more wet than I thought, but I think because we're gonna reheat this, like baking it with the burritos, I think it'll be fine because it'll bake out some of that moisture when we reheat it. So it's probably better that it's not all the way done now, because otherwise it might dry out later. But it's got really pretty color. Kind of want to taste. The best part. Kids yelling. 4. Oh my goodness, yeah. I can imagine. Are they young? I bet if they're yelling, they're probably young, and 4 young kids can definitely give you a headache. You can tell this is hot as hell. Smells really good. Whoa. I just totally burnt my mouth. Yeah, hot as fuck. I did not wait long enough for that to cool down. Hey Tropics, what's going on? So today, I managed to burn my wrist and my mouth. We're on a roll. This is really good though. The flavors are awesome. Definitely gonna be a good side. We'll just put a little ricey rice, and there's, you know, vegetables in here too, so it's not just rice, so it's actually a little healthier than if you were just to have a side of rice. Of course, there is some oil in it, so there's that, I suppose. Oh, it's gonna be so good. It's all good. The brown rice also gives it a nice texture. Brown rice, I think, is so much more flavor than white rice. I think white rice has its place in some things, like, you know, sushi rice or something. Definitely white is the way to go, but for some things, brown rice is just bomb diggity. Get back on your side. I'm really funny about my food touching. I like it to look pretty. Fire indeed. Nothing much, just chilling. Made my chili for meal prep for the rest of the week. Got my workout and macros from Rukio. Awesome. Glad to hear it. That's great news. Alright, we're gonna get 2 of my smaller meal prep containers for the rice. So, Amelia's totally chilling. We're going to put these over here. So with the burritos, so we'll each have 1 burrito, rice, and a salad for dinner. So I'm gonna put the rice in here so it'll cook kind of separate, and then we'll like plate it all up before I serve it. But these are lunch portions where we just pop the whole thing in the oven and nom nom nom. Yeah, I'm really glad you decided to take advantage of our free fitness training and macro plan from our team trainer, Rukio. It's awesome. Glad to hear it. Okay. Rice. So we want this to be about 2 servings worth. And I usually do a little extra in case somebody's like super hungry that day. You know, then there's a little extra rice. So we'll go with that. You don't want to, when you're doing rice, don't push it in the container to make it fit. It'll make it really dense and it'll heat up super slowly. So when you're meal prepping, you want to keep it kind of like, let it just fall into the container, how it will, so you don't smash it all down and then suffer the consequences. So just kind of, you know, let it fall in. And I kind of push it towards the edges, but don't push down. You don't want to flatten it. A lot of our rice stuck to the bottom, but that's okay. Looks like I'm gonna get a little ricey rice today, guys, because we have extra. All right. little tomato. Bowl for me. Chef's treat. These are the best parts about cooking, is you get to have the little leftover snacks, huh? A little rice. Nobody's gonna mind. And that's gonna need a serious soak, because that is stuck into there. That is not coming out easy. Heck yeah, I've been meaning to work out properly after uni, so this is a great excuse. I love it. I love it. I had a killer backache last week, so I went to the gym on Tuesday, I think, and I have, a herniated disc that acts up occasionally, and I don't know what I did, but I had like a killer backache, but it wasn't like my normal disc pain, so I knew it was just like a muscle thing, but I think it was back spasms from my allergy I had the other day. I had an allergic reaction to some nuts and some food that I ordered, which was terrible, but I think that's what caused it, because my back kind of went into spasms, and I think that caused my backache, so I wasn't really able to work out very much last week, but hopefully this week I can get back to it, because I like my workouts in the morning. Yeah, it was terrible. That disc thing, I tell you, that's like the worst thing that's happened. I wish that kind of pain on nobody. Backache like that with a disc in your lower back, 'cause it's like my second to bottom disc. It feels like, I don't know how to describe it other than it feels like your back has broken. Like it just can't even hold you up. Like it just feels like Thor took his hammer and smashed your back to bits. It's awful. And you feel like a little old lady too, like you walk around and you're like this. You're like, okay, I'm gonna get over there. It's just gonna take me like 20 minutes to cross the room. Or, you can crawl. Either option sucks. Alright guys, the rice finally finished. We got our black bean and sweet potato burritos, sadly not enchiladas, but burritos, assembled and ready. So we have 2 nights of dinner with rice for 2, and 2 lunches for 1, so we're good for the rest of the week. And we have our, what we meal prepped yesterday, which is the vegan pumpkin casserole, in the oven for lunch today, and we had that for dinner last night, so we're good to go for the week. Disc pain sucks so much. It really does. It's awful. Yummy, yummy. Nom, nom, nom. Yeah. Nom, nom, nom. Okay, guys, so I'm going to see who's online that we can host. Who is online? Looks like there's a power-up mate on. Valerie, did you stream today? I didn't get to catch any streams this morning, but I know you're usually on early. If you guys haven't checked out By Her House of Grain, she is a really cool streamer. She's very mellow. She's got an adorable dog, an English bulldog named Priscilla, and she does some cool stuff, so give her a follow if you haven't. My computer's taking forever. Seems to be the story today. We're waiting. Manly, you wanna say hi? You've been up here like 3 times today, you little ham. Been up here like 3 times. He's like, I don't care. I'm the cat. Alright, we're gonna host my power mate, Vegan Spaceman. You guys wanna come along for the ride? We will do a little raid. Let's see. The raid thing is like not where it normally is. Did they move it? Or am I just confused? My laptop's being very weird today. Did they get rid of the raid thing? I'm confused. I thought you could raid from the host tab on the dashboard, but I don't see it today, where it normally is. Oh, Manly. It's purring so loud. Alright, So we're gonna host a Power Up Mate vegan spaceman of mine. Kitty! You usually do, but you're with your sister. Makes sense. Well, hopefully I'll catch you soon, and thank you everybody for hanging out and waiting for this rice to cook. And be sure to follow me here on Twitch, as well as YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Red Lace Gaming. And I might be live again later this week for some gaming. I'm not sure what, maybe some Call of Duty, maybe Blackout, maybe multiplayer, I'm not sure, but I will post to Twitter if we decide to go live again. Thanks for spending your afternoon with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!